Hi, this is Matt at AppWorks, and today's video is going to be about a speed issue that we've seen frequently primarily with list views and basically with databases running slowly on hosted servers like FileMaker Cloud or AWS. And it's going to be two parts. So part one is going to be to describe the problem and kind of help you diagnose it in your solution. And then part two is going to be one solution that we have found really successful to address it and to greatly speed up a database. Okay, so what are we talking about? So here's the thing. We've got a sample CRM database here with company contacts and invoices. And the graph would look something like this, where we'd have a relationship from company through the invoice and through the line item. And then we have a calculated field in the company table, what I would call like a deeply unstored calculation. So it's unstored and you can't make it stored. That looks through the company, through the invoice to the line items and adds up the total price. That you'd think would be a very simple, fast calculation. And it is pretty fast to calculate on just one record. So if I flip through my different records in the database and look at invoices, I can pretty quickly add up one record at a time. There's basically no delay whatsoever. So when it really comes down to it is this. If you have a layout and that has this field on it that summarizes everything. And let me just do a search. I'll search this by all the ones for the state of Oregon, and then I'll sort them by city. And see that I get a spinning beach ball, and I get this summarize dialog box coming up telling me that it's summarizing and adding up all the data. So if you've seen this, then you know kind of what I'm talking about. So how do we diagnose this, right? So if we take a look on our layout, we can see that the field is called sum invoiced. And then we can look at our graph and then find out, what we just looked at a second ago, which was that field is a summary field, and it's in a sub-summary part or in a grand total or leading total part on our layout. And if I were to scroll from page to page on this by clicking into the area here, I can see that it can be pretty slow, especially when I get into areas. I just scrolled to the top and it took a couple of seconds, especially if it has to summarize by section for city. So like from page to page, I get the escape dialog or the command period dialog. I get the spinning beach ball. I get a lot of really bad performance. Okay, so simple way of how to fix this is just to remove the field from the layout. So like really think, do you need that detail on a list, or is it good enough to just have it on the detail so when you click you can actually see what your total invoice is, which that doesn't even add up correctly. That's the law of demos. Or whether you really need to, so basically what do you really need it on your layout is one big thing. Okay, so in the second video, I'm going to talk about another way to do it that uses a stored field. So continue on to that, or happy diagnosing, and thanks for watching the video.